we got a good bit of things to cover in the dev server, but the biggest thing that I want to cover right now is how much a letdown the Super Tomcat actually is. It surprised me, genuinely surprised me how much more of a letdown it is than I thought it was. So, basically, this is the F-14D. It's really no different between the B and itself. The only difference being that it has a radar and IRST. It has the same engines, same airframe, and even the same armament. There's nothing. There's no difference between them. It's still not getting sidewinders. It's actually like quite sad because this thing should be able to carry at least 9Ms. It should be able to carry 7Ps, but it doesn't. It's sitting at a BR of 13.0 for air realistic, so it's the same as the B. If you want my honest opinion, do not buy this thing. This thing is honestly a waste of money. If you want to get a premium from this update, the only premium that I'd really recommend is this, which is the F-16AM, which is basically the same one in the French tech tree, except it's a premium now. So, but and it's better than well, it's the same as the AM, so it's just a copy paste premium. So I mean, if you have France, don't even worry about getting this plane. It's not worth it at all. It's nothing special. Like it's really not anything special. It's the same circumstance with the 14D, but this would be a better buy in my opinion. But anyways, the one of the bigger things or the better additions is this the SEP V3. I'm not a big ground person, but the addition of this tank might be the start of me making a little bit of ground content here and there. Very few though, because I barely play ground. I'm not the best at it. So, but this tank would help me want to get in. The one that we saw in the trailer is the 1A2 V2 trophy system, which is a SEP V2 with the trophy system on it, which is what a lot of you guys were saying. But we are still getting the V3 separately, which is awesome. Also getting the M829A3 round as well, which is a really nice round. But even bigger news, we're getting HARMs now, or ARMS, anti-radiation missiles, as well as America's getting Stormbreakers now, and the harpoons, which are, I mean, the harpoons aren't really anything special because, like, we can't even really bring these planes up in naval to begin with. It's just it's nothing crazy, but it's a good addition. They're adding more stuff, so 16 could also carry them. One of the craziest parts though about these new Stormbreakers is, or the GBU-53s. I don't know if they're actually called the Stormbreakers. I think they are. I don't quite remember, but the funny part is the Strike Eagle can carry 20 of them. So I think that's the most amount of like these types of munitions a single plane can carry. I don't think the ROM can't even carry this much of the spices, which is kind of nuts. But moving on, we're getting the F-16V. However, this is not the same as a normal F-16V. From what I'm seeing, it's stuck with the PW-220, which I'm assuming is because this is supposed to be an upgraded Taiwanese F-16, like the Block 20, which is this one. So it's not gonna have the 229 because it's technically a 72, but it only has the 220 in it currently. I don't think that's gonna change. I think it's gonna stay the same, but it does get 120Ds as well as all the same munitions as the Pobit does. So it's nothing insane, but it's nice for China now to have this plane and some other munitions. Great Britain's also getting the like different aims. This one being like the SEP V3 version, which honestly it looks kind of cool. I think it like one of the best looking camos on a tank, on a base tank with the camo netting. It's pretty neat. And then a squadron one as well. Russian Air is getting the 29K, which, funny enough, I have it in my loadout. Funny enough, the engines actually produce more thrust than the. I think they produce more thrust than the M by a lot, but they like to overheat currently. I don't know if it's a dev server only thing and it'll be fixed, but if I hop into a test flight right now and I just go into afterburn, it'll be like 5 seconds. And oh, I didn't notice this. We got purple buttons. But if you start afterburning, it takes like 5 seconds before the engines start to overheat. Okay, maybe a little bit more than 5. There we go. See, and then they just get really hot, and then the engine oil will overheat. So I don't know if that's a bug right now, or this is an actual feature because the engines would be bad, but I don't know. This plane might be a pretty good dogfighter, but I don't think it's going to be too much better than the conventional MiGs. So the arms work pretty much the same as they did in Nuclear Thunder. You just activate it, it'll find it, and you just launch. It's pretty simple. The harms specifically are a Mach 3 missile. They have IOG as well. I think the harms are going to be really strong as well. And instead of the AGM-88As, it's the Cs that are on the Pobit. The F-16C Block 50 also gets them as well. Right here, the Block 50 gets them. The F-16 also gets harpoons. The F-18E gets harms, and then the F-18C late gets them as well. However, they're only AGM-88As, so they're not as good. I don't know too much of the difference. The Eurofighters get access to harms as well. They get 2 of them. A lot of the China aircraft can. Pretty much any plane that can carry a PL-12 can carry these, which they're like slightly bigger PL-12s. It's really weird. I honestly thought these were like PL-12s refitted to be a ARH missile, but I guess they're not. They look very similar. Actually, no, I'm just smoking stuff. This looks more like a 77. I'm stupid. Anyway, J-15 could also carry these as well. It can carry a lot of them. But they look, yeah, they look on the J-15 they looked like the PL-12s. That's why I thought that they're pretty much the same. Anywho, for Russia, there's a few planes that can carry their arms. Really, you also got the M36 or whatever this thing's called, M346. This thing's pretty goofy looking in my opinion, but this one's 13.0 and it has derbies on it, which is pretty neat. But it's a cool little whip. There's not anything else crazy that's getting added from my knowledge. The only thing that really interests me the most is probably the SEP V3 and then the addition of arms on most planes. So I'm going to probably try something with that in the future when these get added, but I don't know. Still day 1 on the dev server, but honestly, the Super Tomcat is probably one of the biggest letdowns in this entire update because I was really hoping this plane would be pretty good, and obviously not a premium, but there's not a tech tree version of it either, which also sucks. But anyways, guys, I'll keep updating you. If you're new around here, please subscribe, like the video if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.